What is going on, everyone? It's Super here, and welcome to another Mortal Kombat video. And today we have some more MK11 talks, wish list. This is just my personal wish list of characters that were introduced, maybe not like brand new characters introduced for the first time ever. Like one of them was already an existing character but never really had a presence in, core like Mortal Kombat games, like the mainstream Mortal Kombat games. And DLCs are included. I can pick them, but of course we're excluding the guest characters because those are not going to make it onto the main roster of the game, because that's reserved for staple characters and characters that are gonna contribute to the story. So of course you're not gonna see Predator on this list, because as much as I absolutely love Predator and I wish that he would make it into MK11, he's not gonna make it in the game because they don't like redo DLC, and he's not gonna make it on the main roster because he's not gonna contribute anything pretty much to the story. So other than that, let's get started here. One other thing I want to mention is I'm not going to include characters like Cassie Cage and Takeda because I know for a fact that they're going to be coming back. Like, they're the main characters of the MK story moving forward. Like, they're the new characters. They're like the Sony and Johnny Cage of old. They're the next generation. So I know they're going to be in it. So there's no point in me having them on the list. So let's start off here at the number 5 spot. A lot of you are probably going to be surprised because I really don't play this character, and this character is not at all one of the most popular characters in the game. Like, this character is probably one of the least played characters in the game, and I'm talking about Ferra. I do definitely want to see Ferra return in MK11 because I think we need more big, like true big body characters in the Mortal Kombat franchise. And of course Ferra fits that perfectly. Added the fact that he has that little gimmick where Ferra's on his back, and for you guys who don't know, the Ferra on Torr's back actually ends up becoming the Torr monster, which when I first saw that, my mind was absolutely blown that that little woman or girl, whatever, turns into this big hulking monster that ends up being Torr. That was like mind blown. But I really truly do want to see that character return, because as much of a, I guess, non-existing character development the character has, we need more big bodies. And I don't know if Goro's gonna be playable in MK11 the way he was in MKX. I think they did a really good job balancing Goro, because Goro's always been a boss character, and typically the big body characters like Kentaro, Mataro, even Shao Kahn, these are like boss characters that normally are not playable on the main roster. So the fact that we get a huge big body character like Ferra, it was always fun to see. So I really want to see him return in MK11. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have Kotal. Now, Kotal was supposed to be this really intimidating boss, the same way Shao Kahn was in previous Mortal Kombat, but he wasn't even close to being intimidating even at all. Like, to be honest, he turned into a little bitch in the story mode. He got tricked. He turned into a bitch, but that doesn't excuse the fact that, that doesn't really matter to me, because I feel his design is one of the best looking in the game, like having this awesome looking Aztec warrior design, and the fact that he believes in like the rituals and sacrifice and stuff, and cutting his own skin to power himself up. It's really cool. I love his playstyle. I love his design. I love the way he looks. And of course, I think he's going to be in it because, he was a main part of the MKX story. So, of course, moving forward, he's going to be a big part of the MK11 story. But who knows? Maybe there's a chance that he might not make it because maybe he didn't gain the popularity of a Shao Kahn. You never know with that. But I do think he's going to come back, and I want to see him return in MK11. It'll be interesting to see how much more they develop the character moving into MK11 if he does return. Moving on to number 3, we have the one character that is not a brand new introduction into the franchise, which is Tremor. Tremor has been in, I think, a single Mortal Kombat game in the past, but it wasn't like a mainstream Mortal Kombat game. I think it was like a mobile game or something like that. And that's where he was like introduced and created. So the fact that he was brought in as a DLC character shocked a lot of people because they didn't even know who Tremor was before. But his movesets, his powers, he is actually one of the most powerful characters in all of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Like, the fact that this character has like earth-bending powers makes him insanely strong, like ridiculously strong. And I'm so happy that he was really fun and amazing to play, not only to play but to watch in MKX, and he got a huge spotlight. He was in the MKX comics, so I really hope that Tremor comes back in MK11. I need some more Tremor in my life. Moving on to the number 2 spot is Triborg. Triborg, I don't know how they would introduce this character if they do not have variations return. Because Triborg was strictly a fan service character. It was a way for them to geniusly come up with 4 characters in one. Not only that, but they were other than the ninjas, the robots are the most fan favorite characters in all of Mortal Kombat. Like, of course, you always hear about Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Ermac, Reptile, the classic ninjas that are just hands down the most popular characters. But then you hear the robots, Smoke, Cyrax, Sector, who is my personal favorite Mortal Kombat character of all time. NetherRealm came up with the absolute genius idea with Triborg because of the variation system in which you could pick what robot you want to use, because Triborg has the power of all the robots. It has like the programming, the power of all the robots. It could do everything. So I don't know how they would incorporate Triborg into MK11 if there isn't a variation system, but man, I really want my robots to return. In the MKX comics, I believe the Cyber Initiative was like terminated. I forgot who it was. I think it was Cyrax who like sacrificed himself to like get rid of the Cyber Initiative, right? I don't know if they're going to continue any of that stuff that happened in the MKX comic into MK11, but I really need my robots. When the roster was announced and showcased and like finalized for MKX, literally everyone was complaining that we didn't have Cyrax and Sector. So the fact that Triborg was introduced, like, it blew everyone's mind. Everyone was happy about that. It was a star of Fighter Pack number 2 or Combat Pack number 2. Because we even got like Cyber Sub-Zero, which we didn't even know was going to be in the game until people got their hands on like Triborg and selected the hidden like variation. The no variation ended up being Cyber Sub. Oh man, I need this character. So either Triborg or any of the other robots, I want them to return. Like, even if it's just Cyrax, or even if it's just Sector or Smoke or Cyber Sub, I want them to return in some capacity. So I really hope that Triborg comes back. And of course, my number 1 character that I want from MKX to return in MK11, you guys know who it is. Don't even lie to yourself. You guys know that I absolutely love Boraicho. I think Boraicho was a great addition to Combat Pack number 2. I think Boraicho was clearly a better choice than a character like Noob Saibot, who I think would have had an interesting way of having 3 variations, 3 different playstyles in MKX. Just forget about it. Boraicho was a clear-cut number 1 pick. And I really do think he's going to come back in MK11. Makes me want to puke a little bit. But seriously, my number 1 character is Erron Black. Like, Erron Black was and is, I think, the absolute best introduction of a character maybe in the history of the Mortal Kombat franchise. I think the fact that he is a cowboy who has lived a very long life because of Shang Tsung, and the fact that he is, you know, this bounty hunter type character who does whatever someone wants him to do for money, and the fact that he shoots coins at you, and the fact that he's a, you know, dirty fighter with the pocket sand. He has these different revolvers and shotguns, and the fact that Troy Baker is his voice actor. This is definitely one of, if not the best introductions to a new character that has ever happened to Mortal Kombat. Triborg is up there as well, but Triborg was more of a, you know, fan service DLC character. Like Erron Black is an actual character that, you know, has a really good chance of making it back. Nothing happened to him. He didn't die or anything like that in MKX. So chances of him coming back are very high. And if they, for some reason, don't bring him back, I swear I will raise hell and something's gonna happen. I don't know what. Something's gonna happen if the final roster comes out and Erron Black is not a playable character. I will absolutely lose my mind. But I think that with how insanely popular Erron Black was, there's no way that they won't bring the cowboy back. And I really hope that he's one of the characters that's gonna be playable at E3 once they have MK11 there, because I will go crazy if I do get the chance to go to E3 and play MK11. If he's one of the characters, I will be there 24/7. They're gonna have to kick my ass out in order to put down the controller, because I'll just want to play Erron Black. But yeah, Erron Black, my number one for sure, 100%. You could even, I don't know. I don't want to say anything else. I was gonna say you could take away like every character and just give me Erron Black, but let's not go that far. But Erron Black is definitely like my new favorite like character that's been introduced in a Mortal Kombat game, I think, ever. He's amazing. I love it. So that is going to be the end of today's video. Give me your top 5 characters you want returning to MK11 that were either introduced for the first time as playable characters in MKX or just new characters in general. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.